engaged with our youth by volunteering to take charge of the City of Dublin Youth Council when there was a need. She also sits on the Adult Youth Council Commission, and she has led the group this past year in a positive direction and ensures that the youth who are participating are engaged and educated on all things and matters related to the city and local government. Regina is a great asset to the municipal court as well as the city as a whole, so congratulations, Regina.
I'll say this. When I first got elected mayor, I went and wanted to ask Regina her opinion about something. I said, Regina, I just want you to be honest and tell me what you really think about this. And she said, don't worry. Every time you ask me a question, I'm going to tell you exactly what I think about it. If you know her, you know that's true. You always get an honest answer from Regina. So thank you for what you do. We also have another special presentation for our employee of the third quarter, Mr. Powell.
We're pleased to announce that Jacob A. Bond is the employee of the third quarter for 2025. If you'll come on down. Jacob began his employment with the City of Dublin and started his Dublin Fire Department career on November 14th, 2022 as a National Professional Qualified Firefighter 1. Jacob has become an honorable employee for the City of Dublin Fire Department and is dedicated to ensuring that our community remains safe. This is made evident by the effort he has made to improve his knowledge and proficiency in fire service by achieving the rank of National Professional Qualified Firefighter 2, which means he's capable of performing more complex tasks and leading fireground operations. Jacob consistently demonstrates calmness, dependability, honesty, pride, unwavering work ethic, and has never been one to say, "That's not my job." He's a team player who is committed to creating a safe environment, aiming to ignite a ripple effect of positive influence on the lives he touches. Firefighter Bond has a great personality full of knowledge about firefighting and has the skills to ensure life safety, incident stability, and property conservation. His willingness to go the extra mile is like no other and something everyone should have the opportunity to witness. He has never turned away from taking on new responsibilities. As a matter of fact, he always steps up with enthusiasm and a welcoming smile while lending a helping hand to a fellow employee or providing support to our citizens. Jacob believes in the value of doing his part to leave it better than he found it. His fellow firefighters could not imagine the department or the city without the contributions he gives every day. He is truly a backbone for the firefighting team. Congratulations, Jacob Bond.
I think it says a lot about you and the fire department that we had all these guys come here for your third quarter presentation. Congratulations again. All right, thank you guys for coming. And now we'll go to our third special presentation. Many of you, I don't want to, are you going to do the presentation for us? I don't want to step on what this presentation is, but you know the gas department is very important to the city of Dublin.
In the heart of rural Georgia, and in chapter
and this is part of that.
On a dairy farm, where the production of thousands of gallons of milk each day once posed a waste management challenge, a groundbreaking transformation is taking place. This is not just a farm, it's a beacon of environmental progress.
Dairy waste is a big problem across the country in terms of the manure waste as well as the methane waste. Sustainable Energy has developed technologies to capture the manure and turn that waste into energy.
Through cutting-edge anaerobic digestion technology, what was once waste is now a valuable resource. The organic matter is carefully converted into biogas, which is then purified to create renewable gas, RNG.
It's great to be involved in a green energy project, so renewable natural gas. We're actually capturing the methane, so it's cleaning the air, and we're also cleaning the water that's cleaning the runoff from the farms, getting into the creeks and the streams.
This clean gas is transported to Dublin, Georgia, where it powers the operations of a forward-thinking paper company.
Two of the main benefits for us were the cost savings. The gas comes directly to Dublin, is injected into our system, so we save a lot of the transportation costs. And then also, this gas is not subject to some of the fluctuations you see during the cold seasons, so we get a reliable source of this RNG gas for our system and for our customers.
RNG is more than just a fuel. It's a symbol of a new era in energy. The collaboration between the farmer, local natural gas providers, and RNG companies showcases the power of partnership in achieving monumental environmental goals.
We're excited about the possibility of joining forces with Sustain R&D. We felt that innovating we could help our environment. We want to be involved, and we invested a lot of time, energy, and resources to make this happen.
The success of this endeavor rests on the shoulders of visionary leaders who understand that the future of energy lies in sustainability. This dairy farmer is not just managing waste, they are leading the charge towards a more sustainable tomorrow.
Project has been great for both communities. I mean, we've significantly reduced odors, the waste streams are better controlled, we've created jobs for both cities, there's increased revenues from utility sales.
There was some, hesitation of, is this really gonna work? But it's turned out to be a great project. It's a great reliable source of natural gas. It's renewable.
We made no major changes to our operation to accommodate this. It's a benefit as far as waste management.
Join us on this journey as we work together to reduce carbon emissions, protect our environment, and build a better future for generations to come.
All right, please, come forward, tell us about this.
Sure. Thank you, first of all, for your time and letting us just kind of present this to Mayor and Council today. I'm Nicole Graham with Municipal Gas Authority of Georgia, and the award actually is from American Public Gas Association, which is it's a national industry gas association. So this award in particular was for the video, and we just so appreciate Dublin's involvement in it. It's a really innovative, creative project that probably would not have happened without Dublin and your industrial customer being able to take on this gas, so we appreciate that. And then also just letting us, after the fact, when everything is up and running, really take your time and do this video. We've been able to use this as a marketing piece across the state just to show other municipals around the state of Georgia what collaboration and innovation can do. So this has just been a great project, and we really appreciate, your time and letting us be able to do this video that actually won first place for the American Public Gas Association's Marketing and Communications Award. So I'd love to present this to you.
Yes, please. Our Mayor Pro Tem, Sarah Colby, will accept this on behalf of the city.
That's wonderful.
All right, thank you. All right, thank you for being here for that. I see Michael Clay and some other people that are associated with the gas department here that helped put together this innovative program, and this has been a real benefit to some of the industrial customers of our gas product. And for those of you in the public, the gas department of the city of Dublin is one of our primary engines of, creating money and revenues that we're able to put into our city infrastructure and our parks and other services that we're able to offer. So it's a very important part of the city financial plan, and this is just adding another aspect to it. So thank you guys for being here and for working on this project. All right, so now let's move to our regular agenda items. Item number 1 on our agenda is the approval of City Council meeting minutes from October 1st, special call meeting, and October 2nd, regular council meeting. Do we have a motion?
Make a motion.
All right, we have a motion to approve from Councilman Smith, a second from Councilman Griggs. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. And maybe I'll do this at this point. The special called meeting, which didn't have a lot of attendance just because it was a called meeting, was for the appointment of Blake Daniels as our interim city clerk. At that time, I did go through all the issues that went along with our former city clerk, and Mr. Daniels and our finance team here at the City of Dublin reported at pre-council that based on all available information and the investigation that he's conducted through our city finances over the last few weeks, that there appears to be no loss to the city based on current available information. There appears to be no loss to the city related to our former city clerk. And, of course, it's devastating to the church that was affected, but it does not appear that anything happened inappropriate within the City of Dublin funds. And for any of those who are interested in a more detailed account of that, you can go to the YouTube channel or the Facebook channel for that special called meeting. And I went exhaustively through the information about access to finances of our former city clerk. And I think that all of us at City Council are, feel comfortable with the fact that everything turned out okay for the city of Dublin in that situation. So thank you, Mr. Daniels, for both conducting that internal financial investigation and for taking on this role as interim city clerk. We'll now move to item number 2 on the agenda, which is approval of bills over $15,000. You have those in your packet. Any questions for staff regarding those? If not, all in favor of approving those bills? Oh, well, we need a motion.
Make a motion to approve the bills, Mayor.
Second.
We have a motion from Councilman Brown, a second from Councilman Godfrey. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
If any are opposed, nay. The ayes have it. We'll now move to item number 3, which is approval of purchases over $15,000. We have one of those on the agenda for today, which is a tire balancing machine. Mr. Powell, will you please go through that purchase for us?
Sir, our city shop had an unexpected issue with our current tire balancing machine that is incapable of being repaired. And so we are asking to purchase a replacement for it. As you can imagine, it's a very important piece of equipment for the shop as we're balancing tires there. The recommendation is to purchase one from Lewis Tool and Equipment, LLC, out of Baxley, Georgia, in the amount of $16,860.33. This was not budgeted specifically, but we're going to forego one of the large tire changing machines that we had budgeted for this year so that we can make this more pressing purchase.
All right. Any questions for our staff regarding the tire balancing machine? It's a little over $16,000. Any questions? If no, do we have a motion?
Motion to approve.
All right. We have a motion to approve from Councilman Griggs. Do we have a second from Councilman Jones? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. If any are opposed, nay. The ayes have it. The purchase is approved, and we'll move to item number 4, which is the first reading of an ordinance regarding buffer zones, parking lot requirements, and fence requirements. Mr. Powell.
This is ordinance number 2516, an ordinance by the mayor and city council of the city of Dublin, Georgia, to establish authority to create and amend the zoning code sections regarding buffer requirements, fence requirements, and parking lot requirements for the city of Dublin, to provide for severability, to repeal all ordinances and parts of ordinances in conflict herewith, to provide an adoption and effective date, and for other lawful purposes. This ordinance, this is just a first reading, and so the ordinance has 3 issues that it's dealing with. One is to beef up our buffer zone requirements for new developments. This would require an analysis of the particular development in question, in comparison to the all of the existing structures and uses that are around the new development, and a buffer will be determined by staff somewhere between 10 feet and up to 50 feet, depending on the development. It does encourage the use of existing vegetation where possible. But as Dublin is growing, this is becoming more and more important to make sure that we have proper buffers between, particularly when there's a differing use, say an industrial use next to a residential area or commercial use next to a residential area. We're trying to make sure that we're wanting to make sure we protect those areas and accomplish and maintain. One of the goals of the council is to have strong neighborhoods, and so this will help in accomplishing that. The other provision relates to minimum parking requirements for this in particular is related to public housing developments. As you may know, the Housing Authority is working on a project to demo and totally rebuild new housing in the Vincent Village area. And right now, under our existing code, the parking requirements would be quite substantial. And so for that particular development and for any future public housing development, we propose adopting and allowing minimum parking requirements that are consistent with what the Department of Community Affairs requires, which is 1.5 spaces per unit. This we believe is appropriate, and so we will ask that be considered as a part of this ordinance. The final and third part of this ordinance addresses fences, and currently we do not have any regulations specific on fences, and so there will be a permit required, a review by city staff of that. There's regulations on the height of the fence that will be allowed, and also a guarantee that it does not encroach on the city's right of way, of course, but also that it does not interfere with line of sight issues, especially close to intersections. So this is just a first reading of the ordinance. If you have any questions about it, please let us know. We can get you a copy of the ordinance to review.
All right, so again, this was a first reading of the ordinance. There will be a second reading and a public hearing on the ordinance at our next city council meeting. The next city council meeting is going to be on November 6th at 5:30 p.m. And there will be a public hearing to receive public comment on this proposed zoning ordinance change. All right, we'll now move to item number 5 on the agenda, which is a approval of a contract with Carter and Sloop Engineering for application of for a grant. Mr. Powell.
This is Resolution 2549, a resolution by the Mayor and Council of the City of Dublin to authorize an agreement with Carter and Sloop Engineering for the purpose of submitting an application for a One Georgia Authority grant for the replacement of a portion of the Ferry Branch sewer line, to authorize the mayor to execute and deliver the same, to authorize the city manager to approve amendments to the agreement, to provide for an effective date, and for other lawful purposes. We have on one of our projects that's been earmarked in our 2024 SPLOST list is the replacement of an improvement to the Ferry Branch sewer line. It is quite a lengthy line, as you can see there. But we've had this opportunity to potentially get some grant funding to cover that expense and save some of the city's SPLOST dollars for other projects. And so we want to take advantage of that opportunity, and Carter and Sloop was very successful in applying for the grant that we got for the industrial sewer project. And so we'd like to have them help us with doing the necessary preliminary engineering report that will be needed for this grant application, as well as submitting the grant documents so we can see if we can get this funding.
All right, so this is the sewer line. It's a old terracotta sewer line that runs from Stubbs Park down to the river through a couple of neighborhoods. We've had some issues with it in the past, so we put it in the SPLOST to use sales tax dollars for the replacement of the line. It's a very expensive project, so this would, potentially help fund it without having to use all our SPLOST dollars for it. Also, this $22,000 for the grant application includes cleaning the line as it is now and putting a camera down it to determine what its current condition is. So there's a little bit of actual sewer line work that's included in this. Do we have any questions for staff about this contract?
And I just want to point out, this is not the entirety. The section that we've picked out here is not the entirety of the Ferry Branch line, but it is a large portion of it.
All right. Any other comments or questions?
And then the part that's not repaired under this grant would then be repaired with the 2024 SPLOST funds?
Yes, could be.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay, if we have no further comments or questions, do we have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion to approve from Councilman Jones, a second from Councilman Brown. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
If any are opposed, nay. The ayes have it. We'll now move to item number 6 on the agenda, which is authorization of the 2026 Employee Health Insurance Benefits Package. Mr. Powell.
This is resolution number 2550, a resolution by the mayor and council of the city of Dublin to authorize the city manager to secure health and supplemental insurance benefits for the 2026 plan year for the city of Dublin, to set an effective date, and for other lawful purposes. The council heard a presentation in pre-council. This has been our first year under a self-insured model for the city of Dublin, and we fared fairly well, and as expected that we would. Our claims have been a little bit high. And so in the upcoming year, we are expecting a bit of an increase overall in the expected claims, but our administrative costs and the premiums have only gone up just slightly, which is to be expected each year with inflation. So staff is recommending that we maintain with the current providers that we have and move forward with those that we've identified.
All right. As we discussed pretty extensively in pre-council, this will have a small impact on our budget, and our finance director, city treasurer, has indicated other sources that we may be able to draw from to offset that. Would you like to make any comments about that? I know we discussed it in pre-council. Do we have any questions for anyone related to this? I know we spent a good bit of time on it earlier.
Have you heard from the employees about how they like the way we're doing the insurance we have now versus what we had?
Yeah, there've been some issues, I think, with some people as far as insurance. Anytime you change providers, making sure that the medical providers have your updated insurance information. So we've had a few little hiccups with that, but all of those have been addressed, to my knowledge. There have been some on the pharmacy side, just getting good communication from the employees about if they have an issue with that, making sure they let HR know that we can let our broker know, and then they help us work through with the pharmacy provider to see if we can find alternative solutions to that. But all in all, I would say it's been a very positive year, and I think everybody's been very happy with the plan.
And one of the notable things that we discussed was that our prescription drug cost as a city has gone down by about $440,000 over the prior plan, and part of that is just the way the system is set up to encourage generics and acquisition of pharmaceuticals at lower price through. I mean, there's a whole system for how they acquire pharmaceuticals at a lower price, and so those savings are passed on to the city, and ultimately the taxpayer saves money that way too. Any questions for staff regarding this? All right, if not, do we have a motion related to the renewal of the health?
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
All right, so we have a motion to approve from Councilman Colby, a second from Councilman Godfrey. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
If there are any opposed, nay. The ayes have it. So we have approved the 2026 Employee Health Insurance Benefits Package. Thank you to the gentleman who
John
came.
Leggett.
Where is he?
I don't know
He
what
must
he's
have
saying.
stepped out. He provided the presentation to us earlier today, so appreciate him coming down and giving us that information. We'll now move to item number 7, which is a contract with Lord Ache Sargent for engineering services for the groundwater plant facility on Madison Street, those renovations. Mr. Powell.
This is Resolution 2551, a resolution by the Mayor and Council of the City of Dublin to authorize an agreement with Lord Ache Sargent for the purpose of architectural and engineering services for the groundwater facility plant on Madison Street, to authorize the city manager to negotiate an agreement and any subsequent change orders, to authorize the mayor to execute and deliver the same, to provide for an effective date and for other lawful purposes. Back earlier this year, the council approved for Lord Ache Sargent to provide an assessment of the facility and do a detailed analysis of what is actually needed for it, with the idea that they would then move into this next phase, which is the schematic design and then the construction documents that will be needed for a contractor to go in and actually do the work. The proposal that you have before you outlines the services that they would provide as far as the schematic design, the construction documents, and then the construction administration. The total for the services is $142,040. This project is being paid out of the 2018 SPLOST funds, the funds were set aside and earmarked as a project for the utilities. And so we're asking for approval to move forward with that. We're hopeful that as we go and work with them on this project, that we're able to, bid out for the work to be done and get the costs down so that we can pay for the entirety of the project out of the 18th SPLOST.
All right, so in your packet, you have the proposal from Lord Ache Sargent, which is titled the Waterworks Renovation Study. For the public's benefit, the groundwater plant is between here and the river as you go down. It's an old building. It was probably built
30s, I think.
Yeah, almost 100 years ago. It's actually a beautiful building. If you go inside, it's got a lot of interesting architectural features, but it's 100 years old, and parts of it have fallen into disrepair. But it's critical to our water infrastructure for the community. So these are really some overdue repairs to get that facility up to a higher standard that we need. So luckily we have the funds available from the 2018 SPLOST that we can use to pay for this engineering and architectural work.
Mr. Clay, how much work's been done on this building since you?
It was actually shut down when I come here in 1985, and I restarted it back up, got it re-permitted, and rebuilt filters. Over the years, it has required a lot of repairs to maintain it, but it's a critical piece of water because it's groundwater. It is emergency backup. And, it needs to be repaired.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a deep, when we say groundwater, City of Dublin gets water from two sources, the Oconee River and from two deep wells. This is one of those deep wells, or I guess, does it serve both of the deep wells or just one of them?
It serves both.
Both of them.
I serves all of them. We got more.
Three,
Just,
okay, yeah. So, yeah, whenever there's any kind of issues with the other water supply, you can always go into that deep well and pull up water for emergency purposes. All right, do we have any questions for staff regarding this? If not, do we have a motion?
Make a motion for approval.
Second.
We have a motion for approval from Councilman Griggs, a second from Councilman Jones. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. All right, let's move to our final item, which is discussion and action on board appointments. Our joint appointment to the Development Authority, who is Guy Cochran, has resigned from the board. The Lawrence County Board of Commissioners have nominated and approved Michael Maffett as the joint nominee. Mr. Maffett currently serves on a couple of boards for the city. He's been active on, I know, our Housing Authority and our Land Bank, and that was the Lawrence County Board of Commissioners nomination for us. At this time, we have to have a motion and an approval, a motion, a second, and then a vote on whether to approve this appointment. So I'll open the floor for a motion.
So move.
Second.
All right, so we have a motion from Councilman Mascara and a second from Councilman Brown to approve the appointment of Mr. Maffett to the Economic Development Authority as the joint appointment. Any discussion on the motion?
This
All
was a appointment from the, I know it's joint, but more from the county side, because we appointed the last one.
I believe that that's the way, my understanding was that they were going to nominate someone and approve someone and send that name over to us. And then if we do not approve it, then we'll have to go back to the drawing board. So, all right, so we have any other discussion on the motion? If there's no other discussion on the motion, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
If any are opposed, nay.
Nay.
All right, the ayes have it. Congratulations to Mr. Maffett for that appointment. And we'll now move to citizens' comments. This is opportunity for citizens to provide comments, feedback regarding the City of Dublin. If there's anyone who would like to make a comment, now is your opportunity. Any comments? All right, if we have no, all right, come on up.
Thank you all.
She like to fool, shake it down.
I'm incognito today. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, citizens of Dublin. My name is Jacqueline Denise Jadon Wright, and I reside at 501 South Church Street. I would like to refer back to the first few council meetings I attended 2 years ago, handing out handouts and regarding digging ditches and showing how kids are our future. I was told this was a school board issue during citizens' comments, and upon going to the school board, I was told I had to make an appointment to speak. Freedom of speech in both meetings by citizens is limited. Now we are at the crossroads with scandalizations that infiltrated our local school system and City Hall. We, the citizens, must vote on 3 council seats as well as the school board seating crisis. But yet there is a question for us to decide yes or no on the East Block. What is the citizen supposed to do? Have faith and know that God makes no mistakes. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Ms. Wright. Any other comments today? All right, if there are no other citizens' comments, Mr. Groover, our city attorney, do you have any comments for us? All right, Mr. Daniels, city treasurer. All right, Mr. Brown.
Just thank everybody for being here. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Jones.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to thank, like congratulate Mr. Daniel and Mr. Bond on being employee of the quarter and for all your hard work and for all that our city employees do for the city of Dublin. They work hard, and the ones that work at City Hall, even the ones that's out in the field, they work very hard and tirelessly and don't seem to get, the only time to hear about it is when people complaining, but they do work hard and do their best. So, like I say, thank you for all that you do. Working overtime, I think they was up my street the other night, where the construction was doing some work. So I'd like to thank everyone, thank them for all they do, and all the citizens. City is doing a lot of work with our parks and our buildings, our gyms and what have you. But we ask that the citizens, take. City's done their part. We're gonna make sure it's secured, but let's take care of what the city has done. Let's take care of the money that the city has invested in that, and not just vandalize it and tear it up and just seem unappreciative. So if you see something, don't be a call to say something. Don't be afraid to call and say something. And I would personally say for any area, call my number, 478-279-1125. I don't care what time it is. I would get up out my bed and go see about it. I know we had an incident one time before at the gym, and somebody called my house about 10 o'clock that night, and I went over there and called the police. We did it. So please, if we have anything, you see anything being vandalized, you don't feel comfortable calling the police. Once again, my number is 478-279-1125, because we need to take care of what's been invested and take care of our neighborhoods. And don't be afraid to say anything. See something, I don't care if it's a crime, what have you, don't be afraid to say something. I know we kind of scared to call the police, but people shouldn't live in fear. We should not live in fear. We have done a lot to try to protect our citizens with the police. We got flock cameras around, gunshot detectors. We got a lot of stuff that's out and about to protect, but it's only go so far as what you report. They're gonna still need eyes, still need something. You know what's going on. And it's sad. If you know where to go at on Facebook, a lot of the stuff that's going on in the city, you can sit there and find out what's going on. If you know where to go at on Facebook, know how to read and code, you can see it. So citizens know what's going on. They just scared to say it. Well, you got to report it. And don't be talking about, well, that's not my job. That's their job. Well, it is your job, because you saw it. You know what's going on. So you stand there. So trust me, believe me. You come, if something happen around my neighborhood, I'm not afraid to see it. I'm not going to be afraid to say what's going on. But let's not be afraid, but let's protect, and let's protect what the city is invested in, and let's show this, that we're not only being appreciative, but to encourage more development in those neighborhoods and in what's going on. So let's keep it going. Let's protect it. Let's keep it beautiful. Let's keep it beautiful. We as a city, we're gonna make sure we do our part. We know we got to go back and redo the shrubbery and redo the landscape, but we're gonna do our part. Make sure you do your part. Take care of it. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
All right, thank you, Mr. Jones. Councilman Godfrey.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd just like to thank Miss Regina for all her hard work and dedication, for always being a listening ear to help those with traffic issues. Thank you. Mr. Jacob left, the firefighter. Thank him. Thank Mr. Matthew Bradshaw and Mr. Michael for your hard work with the Gas Authority. Just thank the citizens for being here today. Please remember to go out and vote. I just got back home, so as soon as I leave here, I will be going to get my sticker. And thank you, and have a great weekend.
All right, thank you, Councilman Godfrey. Councilman Colby.
No comments.
What, don't you have a comment? You have a new...
I have a new grandbaby. If you want to see a picture, you can ask me afterwards.
Congratulations to you and your family for the new grandchild. All right, Councilman Griggs.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I just want to thank everybody for coming. Congratulations on those that got their awards, and we appreciate what you do, and have a great weekend.
All right, thank you. Councilman Smith.
Just to echo everyone, I congratulate Ms. Regina and Mr. Jacob on the job well done. And just second everything that Benny says and everything except Sarah. I don't have a grandchild.
You know you want another baby.
Y'all have a great weekend.
All right, Councilman.
Reunion.
Councilman.
Waiting for you to do.
Yeah, TLFAT reunion is this Saturday. If you want some chicken wings, I ain't gonna say the other part. If you want some chicken wings, I'll come out to TLFAT Park. A lot of free food gonna be given out at a good time, so just come out and check us out.
All right,
What time does it end? Somebody asked me.
12 until probably 6, 7.
And if you don't mind waiting just 1 second, Councilman Mascara, tell us about Telfair Park. It is fully open yet? What's the?
Yeah,
I mean Pritchett Park in Telfair.
Yeah, Pritchett Park is almost complete. They are working on painting the basketball court, and to thank you, Councilman Jones, for the comments about that. I know that it's hard to resist going into a nice looking new park, and it almost looks like it's completed, but there is still work going on there. There will be an event this weekend, and so the basketball court should be open for that. But we've had the gate has been torn off a couple of times. We've had it locked because they're trying to paint it. So if that could just be respected for a little bit longer, they'll get that finished and be able to have access to the basketball court. But it's looking great. We will be having a ribbon cutting event sometime in November for that. We're waiting on some additional lighting fixtures to come in that will complete the park, as well as some shade structures. And then we'll plan an event for the mayor and council. But yes, and then I will say too, the Oconee Gym, the weight room equipment is going to be arriving next week, and will be delivered there. So looking forward to having that operational and up and running for the community. So
Okay, great.
I'd like to make a comment.
Sure.
So, if anybody would like to come out and join me today and tomorrow, I will be over on Pritchett. I wouldn't say rocking the block because I'm doing it just community effort. Helping Mr. and Mrs. Ray Helen Washington cleaning up their yard, which is directly across from Pritchett Park. So, if anybody want to come, I'm all welcoming.
Well, and I know Councilman Mascara still has his comments, but just following up on the Telfair district and the reunion and the Pritchett Street Park, if you haven't had an opportunity to drive by Pritchett Street Park, you should do it. It looks fantastic. It's a park that had really been neglected for a long time, and now is beautiful. There's a pavilion there. The playground equipment was put in several months ago, and it's really all just coming together, and it looks fantastic, and the community should be proud of it. Mr. Mascara. Now.
Are we sure? Yes. I just want to echo what everybody said, and Firefighter Bond and Ms. Regina, thank you for everything that you do for our city. And Michael, I appreciate all the years and continued service that you give our city, and congratulations on making that happen. I know you had a big part in it. So that's it. That's all I got.
All right. And I know our last council meeting was at the Oconee Gym, and on Saturday we had the Oconee High School National Alumni Association had a town hall meeting, and I was able to attend along with several council members, Godfrey, Jones, and Smith.
And Ms. Commissioner.
And Commissioner Chain, who's here, and had a really good time interacting with people who graduated from the old Oconee High School and really live all over the country and were back in town. And I think everybody was very impressed with the way the gym looks now. And so that's another place, if you haven't had an opportunity to go check it out, it's a really incredible facility. Mr. Powell.
Just want to say we hosted, Dublin hosted the Camellia chapter of the district of the Georgia Garden Club, and we had about, I think it was 90 people that were here for that. So we're very fortunate. Our garden clubs are very active and have been extremely active in our community. So we're very fortunate for that. And I want to thank Melody Smith for her leadership of that group. But that's all I have.
Okay.
I think I've already addressed everything else.
Sure.
They're not only playing basketball, they have volleyball down there at night or evenings, and cornhole, if you like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they've got a great schedule. So in the afternoons, it's open play from 4 to 6, and then after 6 o'clock each evening, they have a different type of recreational activity available for adults. So it's volleyball, cornhole. I think they're even doing pickleball, adult basketball. So it's a good schedule. Of course, it'll continue to evolve as we see what people are interested in, but I'm very excited about that development. All right, with no further comments, this meeting is now adjourned. Thank you for coming.
I was like, I'm letting everybody else.